Well, it's about that time of the month that I analyze a major California dirt race that only can attract about 5 to 6 horses. This time, it's going to be the Grade 1 Awesome Again Stakes, which will be a final prep for maximum security before the Breeders' Cup Classic. But he does have a few new challengers this time around. Can they defeat him? Let's find out. So first up in post position number 1, we got Take the 101, who has only really been a non-graded stakes winner, and also doesn't really know what he wants to be. He's had success on both dirt and turf, but he's just not particularly exceptional. Like, most recently, his two wins this year have both been dirt mile races at Santa Anita that happen to be allowance optional claimers. So, even though he only has to deal with four other horses, even that seems way out of his league. So, toss. Next up, we got the horse that many people believe has the best chance to defeat maximum security, Improbable. If you said that to me last year, I definitely would not have believed you. But, recently, he's turned into a dual Grade 1 winner, as he has won both the Hollywood Gold Cup and the Whitney Handicap in succession, which is very impressive, although the Whitney Handicap could have been joxed up to the fact that Tom Stay Tot blew the race from the start due to stumbling. But a win's a win, and Improbable seems like a very good horse. He's a stalker, staying right behind the leaders, then taking over and running away with the race by himself. And that could either be good or bad for him, as with the very likelihood of a fast pace coming from this race, he could let Maximum Security get tired out thanks to Sleepy Eyes Todd, and then he'll be able to just pass on by. However, this also means that if Maximum Security is able to fight off Sleepy Eyes Todd, then he won't have any chance to catch Maximum Security, and he'll just let him get away. So, that's really where you either go for him or you don't. I think he's just going to be a simple place bet at best. I just don't think his stalking position is exactly going to be the greatest thing ever. He'll wear down most of the competition, but Maximum Security, I don't think he's going to catch him. Now, you might have heard me mention Sleepy Eyes Todd when I talked about the hypothetical pace setup. Well, that's the next horse on here, and I think he'll definitely be very important when talking about how the race will set up. Sleepy Eyes Todd is a very good front runner. When he's given a nice lead, he is nearly invincible, with his very impressive marginal victories in both the Bosselman and the Charlestown Classic both proving such. I have a good feeling that with such a small field, he will go to the lead, and Maximum Security will follow, and they will face off when it comes to the pace. And I think that it's very likely that Sleepy Eyes Todd will do good, but not enough to win, because he can be nearly indestructible when given a slow pace and the lead, as shown in the Bosselman and Charlestown Classic. But when he gets a fast pace, like he did in the Lone Star Mile, where he had to run 110.9, he tires out late game and can only do as good as second. But when he gets a slower time of about 112 or 113, like in the Charlestown Classic or Bosselman, he is absolutely indestructible. So it's all about if Maximum Security chases after Sleepy Eyes Todd. If Maximum Security chooses not to, then that'll be a very foolish choice, and Sleepy Eyes Todd will pull up the mild upset. But I don't think that's going to happen. So I think that Sleepy Eyes Todd will have a chance at the placings, and I think he'll also be very important for the pace. So use him. But another horse that is mildly important to talk about when it comes to setting the pace is Midcourt, because Midcourt is another front-runner type horse. As shown in the San Pasqual and in the San Diego Handicap, he does like to go to the lead, so he could be another competition for Sleepy Eyes Todd to worry about, thus increasing the chance of a fast pace and maybe even a pace meltdown for Improbable to take advantage of if given the chance. But I also think that Midcourt isn't talented enough to really stand as much of a chance. He's a good horse, he's a talented horse, but I feel like he's a step below. Sure, he had his great performance in the San Diego Handicap, and he did what I expected him to with that mediocre performance in the Pacific Classic, but even with the distance recession, I think that this is going to be a bit too much for him. And lastly, do I even need to say his name? Maximum Security. This horse is the one to beat, and the one that I've picked in the last two analyses, in both the San Diego and the Pacific Classic. He won both of those. Ain't broke, don't fix it. Maximum Security is by far the best horse in this field, and I think the only way he loses is if he lets Sleepy Eyes Todd get away. If he lets Sleepy Eyes Todd get away and run the race at his own pace, then he's going to have a bit of trouble. But I don't think Maximum Security is going to do that, considering how he ran the Pacific Classic. And even if he does let him get away, considering how he ran the San Diego Handicap, letting Midcourt run the race his own way, and still getting up to beat him, it ain't a guarantee. He can win this all for talent alone, even if he gives the horses their advantage, everything they need. He can still win. So, simply put, Maximum Security, he's the one. So, as the conclusion to this, I will make my final bet, and that bet is a simple trifecta. Maximum Security first, then Improbable second, and Sleepy Eyes Todd third. Because I think that Sleepy Eyes Todd will have enough left in the tank that he'll not fade completely out of it, but Improbable will probably catch him and get up for second. But Maximum Security will be uncatchable, even after that fast pace. So I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. Comment down what you think is going to happen. See you guys next time.